Good Friday evening, Roger Hill of Wuthering Heights. Looking at the state of Vermont, we have had a little bit of precipitation roll on in. The general direction is from west to east across the region, and except really in the Burlington Champlain Valley, which is going to be under the gun for later on, it is snowing a little bit in the very far northern tier areas around Franklin County, up around Highgate. Also, a little snow being reported around Newport this hour. Most other areas are showing just some light, scattered, spotty rain shower activity, fairly light in nature, but temperatures being a little bit above the freezing mark in most areas here, a little bit below freezing in the Burlington Champlain Valley region, where Middlebury is also reporting some light rain and temperatures are much warmer. I'll show you that in a second. So what's been going on is we've had a little bit of this low-level air that kind of blows in from the Champlain Valley. You can see these arrows up here. So generally some slightly colder air has been kind of sagging southward out of Canada and forcing the issue where the temperature is a little bit colder. Now also to the south, some warmer air is trying to work on in. It's kind of a complex pattern, but there is a sort of a frontal boundary that stretches something like this. And to the north, that's where temperatures are sub-freezing, and that's where a little bit of freezing rain, mostly spotty freezing rain, has been taking place. Now, some of that can get into and east of the Green Mountains across parts of Washington County. Most areas, though, probably up in the Northeast Kingdom, a little bit more susceptible for a risk for tonight, this Friday evening. You may also notice that most of the precipitation is working in just about from due west to east. And of course, this area a little bit more susceptible. A winter weather advisory stretches across portions of mainly northern Vermont for the possibility of some freezing rain. Temperatures in this location are above freezing, and let's take a quick look at that. You can see temperatures 33 degrees, 34 at the E.F. Knapp Airport, 34 up around Morrisville. These temperatures are going to stay probably close to this or maybe fall back to about 32 degrees overnight. Meanwhile, the temperatures in the Champlain Valley showing a 22-degree reading at the Burlington International Airport, 21 at Plattsburgh, 22 up around Highgate. These temperatures are gradually going to work back up toward 32 degrees as the airflow is going to start to increase from the south. I'm running the HRR triple R computer model here, and you can see that the red signifies where freezing rain is and also where the snow is falling up in the northern sections. But you see that overnight tonight, the snow is going to advance north, the freezing rain is going to pull a little bit to the north as well, and we're going to see less of an issue during the overnight period. And the precipitation that rolls across is relatively spotty in nature. Okay, this model is valid right now. This is a 6 o'clock look here. So that's 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, midnight. And then at 1 o'clock in the morning, you notice that the freezing rain is starting to pull out of the Champlain Valley and that retreat into Canada. Now, about 4 o'clock tomorrow morning or overnight, we're looking at this a little bit of warmer air escape, working its way and pushing all the colder air out of the Champlain Valley, and that's retreating back into the St. Lawrence River Valley. But this frontal boundary is basically set up approximately something like this, and what's going to end up happening is this frontal boundary is going to start to sag south again into the Champlain Valley, and this is going to make for some significant icing as colder air begins to work its way from basically the St. Lawrence River Valley and areas around Montreal back over towards Sherbrooke, Quebec, and then push that colder air back down into the valley areas. Some of this colder air may try to leap into the Green Mountains or east of the Green Mountains and penetrate some of the hill country of, say, Orleans County, Caledonia, Essex County, and that may try to make it into the Barre-Montpelier area as well from this direction. But the main area is going to be right here in the Champlain Valley for what could be a pretty significant ice storm. Not 1998, but a kind of mini version of it, but similar in that cold air that bleeds south out of Canada. Roger Hill of Wuthering Heights Consulting.